Yo, what's up? This is your boy Postman, and you're tuned in to Post in a Diary Room. Welcome to Post in a Diary Room. And as you may know, every day is a good day to get a delivery from the postman. And of course, if this is your very first time tuning in, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary to engage with the content, and most importantly, enjoy the review. Eastern Cape-born rapper Uyihlo has a brand new EP out, and it's titled Severance Package. This is, of course, a project that has 7 songs as well as a runtime of 16 minutes and 48 seconds. Importantly, because we've now stepped into fancy English, it's very important for me to let you guys know that a severance package refers to some sort of compensation an employer provides to an employee once employment is over. In addition to that, Uyihlo releases this new project under Soul Distro, and to me it's quite interesting seeing how this company has managed to poach South African talent, moving them away from well-established distribution companies such as DistroKid. More than anything, it's pretty clear that Uyihlo has been served with the severance package and has then decided to go full-time with the music. This thought then trickles down to the first track, Divine, that features R&B artist by the name Asayowe, who happens to be the only feature on this project. The opener informs us about a lot because we then realize that Uyihlo felt like the job that he had was just a decent job, and the only thing that was always lingering on his mind was how many albums he could sell. Despite all of that, as the song progresses, we then get the sense that now he also feels like this is his calling, because growing up he used to tell his friends that he will be successful through the mculo thing. A key moment for me has to be when he repeatedly starts every bar with the word now, essentially singing about how life has changed for him. Nice to call it Dakota, nice, yeah. Evidently, the project seems to be built around the single Bad Habits, because that's the only song that made the cut, and that was one of the songs that dropped last year when he had that heavy single run in 2023. And for me, in most cases, artists tend to drop a lot of songs in preparation for a project, so I just expected him to have those singles there and just a bunch of new joints as a project or as an album, because the likes of AK have done that. You've seen it with Touch My Blood, where he dropped like a low number of singles. Eventually the project came with those singles still making the cut. It is also important to note that the only song that wasn't produced by Uyihlo is of course Bad Habits, the song in question right now. But the rest of this project, the 6 other songs on this project, were produced by Uyihlo himself. And yeah, it's just a side note. If you didn't know, now you know. The song Bad Habits is really good. Don't get it twisted. It's just that it has a very explicit hook that goes something like this. Homie, pause. How you make a wifey when she fucking on your dog? Had a dick inside her while she picking up your call. Yeah, it's crazy. It's explicit. But generally, Uyihlo oozes of confidence all over that song. And then there comes a moment of deep introspection that comes with him positioning himself as a vessel for his listeners, especially when he taps into that social commentary bag. Aberfeldy Avenue closes off the craziest 3-track run I've heard in a while. But to be specific, the song has a really hard ass beat, as well as hits that come from a dustbin that come in just before the beat drops. But on this one, he looks back on where he comes from and what it took for him to get to where he is. Specifically, he then speaks of young kids stopping him for a selfie. This indicates to us that until that very moment happens, he'll have to keep going, because right now nobody's stopping him for a selfie. Just for a side note, Uyihlo is literally a comical rapper that is really straightforward, because on the very song Aberfeldy, there's a moment where he says, couple generations in my nutsack, so careful how you touch that. So this is a very explicit guy. Very explicit, is very straightforward. And because even on this project, there's a part where he says when he's not inside of a woman, he's making a song. Furthermore, one of Uyihlo's strongest points has to be the ability to tap into various languages in one verse or in one song. I think that the song Aberfeldy should have been much longer, just because the beat is really golden. And to be honest, I'm expecting a remix from Uyihlo really soon. Ingenelelo talks about fake people, and the moment that stuck for me was when he started talking about fake pastors that steal money from the church, all in the name of God, as well as the people that have never wanted to see him win, the people that have always wanted to see him down. He also addresses those types of people on this song. He showcased throughout the song is really emotional, because that is actually brought by this speech-like element that comes with the fact that there is an abstract sample, but besides all of that, all you hear is him rap. Full-blown Xhosa raps continued to gain prominence throughout this project, especially at the moment where Itongo came on, a song that has a boom bap beat and it's graced with a lot of tongue clicking, especially at the beginning. On this song, he mirrors what life is like back at home. He then encourages listeners to keep on pushing even at the height of adversity. The longest song here is My Time, and on this one, Uyihlo makes it clear that it's his moment and there is no one that's going to stop his shine. I mean, fair enough, because before the album dropped, he had a mini media run that landed him at a prominent media house in SABC News, where he did an interview and then ended it off with a performance. To be honest, the auto-tune on the song My Time came in handy, especially when it was time for him to showcase his range by rapping and singing over these spaced out drums. However, it felt like he was stunting on niggas when he made mention of the fact that whenever he gets back to the hood, he buys a case, because we all know that's the hood tax. It's really shocking that rappers really brag about something like this. The best song on this project has to be Access Code, and this is a song that closes off this project. It's full of summer, has a laid back feel to it, and quite relatable to say the least, because yes, impilo yami fili. But then he gives us some game and then tells us about the sacrifices that he's made timelessly to pull off the music. Talks about splitting his salary in 5 ways to pay the videographer, graphic designer, producer, engineer, photographer, to ensure that the music gets out and the music is packaged the way that it's always been. He makes it clear that you can't tell him anything about sacrifice, and there's no one out there that can say they built him, because he's always made sure that he shows up for himself time and time again. Access Code is a really good song. It's well packaged. It's really introspective at the same time. I think this might be Uyihlo's best song. Uyihlo has outdone himself with this one. You can clearly hear the growth in comparison to the project that dropped in 2023 titled Ozithobileyo Uyihlo. With this one, you get taken on a journey and discover things that he's going through, what he's been through. You actually leave this project knowing a lot more about Uyihlo and all that's important to him. And for me, it has a lot of replay value. Severance package by Uyihlo gets a 7 out of 10. A fair rating for this project is a 7 out of 10. Post in a diary, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary to engage with the content, and most importantly, I will see you on the next one.